And then I'm in the kitchen here. Turn on the light so you can see better. And I have my bread rising. Okay, who's that look? So that's rising. I have my scrambled sausage. I have my pizza dough rising. I'm gonna make some homemade pizza today, and I'm gonna have, this is for something else. I have my pizza sauce, banana peppers, and some pepperoni that I defrosted. It's gonna be delicious. So my pizza dough is ready for me to spread out, put in the oven, and bake. And then I can put all my toppings on. But my bread still has some time, like 20-ish minutes of rising, and then I have to split it into 2 loaves and let it rise again. So I will show you that process. And if you guys are interested in what bread recipe I use, I'll link it. It does not have any sugar in it. It's using honey as the sweetener in it, which is so good, and there's nothing like some fresh homemade bread. So if you guys want to see that recipe, let me know and I will do a video on it. Okay, so all you do to get the pizza ready is you have your pan here. I'm going to take butter and slather it all over, and this just helps keep it from sticking. It doesn't have to be thick by any means. I don't have any, but something my grandma always did when I was growing up is she would take the old wrappers off of butter sticks and use those to grease any of her pans, whether we were baking or we were like cooking pizza. Next, you're going to take your pizza dough that has been rising, and you are going to plop it right in the middle. And then I just take my spatula to help me, that I use to stir the mix in the first place, and I try to get it as spread out as possible. But it's tricky because it likes sticking together. So most of the time, still has butter on it, so it'll be easier to work with here. Maybe. So after you kind of get it spread out with the spatula, you can come in with your hands here and just kind of pull it out a little extra bit. It does fluff up, so don't worry about it being thin. And then you go in with a fork and you kind of poke some holes all over the place. And this keeps it from bubbling. I'm going to throw it in the oven at 425 for about 3 minutes just to get it firm. Okay, it just came out of the oven, and as you can see, it kind of puffs up, and then it makes it just a little bit firmer of a surface. It doesn't cook it completely, but just to make it easier to add your toppings. So I'm going to sprinkle some pizza sauce on here. I need some more. Take a fork, spread everything out. We don't do a crust on ours, we go all the way to the edge with the toppings. Next, we're going to add the pepperonis. And then you sprinkle the sausage. Then I'm going to add half of a chopped onion and some chopped mushrooms. Just sprinkle them throughout. Gonna top with some cheese. This is a new favorite in our household. It's banana peppers. And that is it. It'll go in the oven for 18 to 20 minutes or until the cheese is browned, because everything is cooked on it. And then I'll show you when it's done. Okay, my timer just went off for my dough. I need to half it. See how well this works. Grease my hands. Split it in half here. That last little bit out. Take it. I can keep folding it in half until you get the shape you are looking for. I'm going to do the same with this one. It's kind of already in the shape, so it'll kind of form to the pan. You want to keep folding it on itself here. Should be set. Look what is done. Fresh from the oven. Looks so good. So I forgot to take an after video of the bread, but I will put a link to the recipe down in the description. Super easy. Takes like 2 hours of rising and then maybe 30 minutes to put it together and knead it and get everything done, and then it bakes for, I want to say it was like 28 minutes. So it doesn't take too long for homemade bread at all. It makes 2 loaves, super great. I love it, Kason loves it, Chad loves it, so it's one of my go-tos.